Is energy your first language, my sweet friends? I know this is a weird concept. However, once I actually started acknowledging how much energy was my first language, it really started to shift and change things for me. Because prior to that, I really took what people were saying as true, what people said they were going to do as true, all of that, everything logically and in my verbal language of English, I took it all to be that was true. I mean, people wouldn't mean something different than what they said, would they? So this becomes a totally different space of really recognizing that energetically you're receiving first. You're they don't even need to speak. And it doesn't even have to be about other people. You can walk into an empty room and you can perceive what went on there before you walked in. So energy, I always say energy is our first language. Now that may not be true for you and that's totally cool, but for me energy is my first language. And by acknowledging that and really starting to pay attention energetically, that's where the magic is. Cuz at least in my experience, for the most part, it's more of whispers. Energy isn't a really big, loud, booming voice in your head, although it can be, of course. But a lot of times it's just these whispers and lightnesses or heavinesses, contraction in your world as you're maybe thinking about things or as you're talking to things. If you've ever had a conversation with me in the last few years, you might have experienced me going, "Oh, wait." Because I'll say something and I'll instantly get the energy, and if there's a contraction, I know it's not true. So I'll say, "Oh, wait," and I'll just kinda check into what that was, and I'll maybe rephrase it or look at it or whatever's required. Because again, I might be saying words in English, that's the only language I know, uh, and yet energy is my first language, so I'm actually aware of what is going on. And so whether I'm aware of it in my own world as I'm talking or other people's worlds, and it's not about going, oh, they're lying or they're wrong or they're, it's not about that at all. It's just acknowledging it for you. And with most things in our life, if we're truly willing to acknowledge something, then we can actually utilize it to create way more. Like, really, really, really. So, if you haven't acknowledged that energy is your first language and you get that it is, again, it doesn't have to be true for you, but you get that it is, then start looking today as you're going throughout your day. Start paying attention to that lightness or the contraction, the heaviness, however you wanna call it, and start following that. Because you know. It's why in Access Consciousness, if people say to us facilitators like, "Oh, I don't know," that's usually where we'll stop them and say, "Yes, you do." Because we know we are infinite beings with infinite knowing and infinite perceiving, that lightness, that heaviness, and also infinite receiving. So we're also receiving a lot of information that we might have judged, we might not want to receive, we might have points of views about, and that can also create a lot of um, confusion because we're not willing to receive it. So if we were to perceive that the person wasn't telling the truth, a lot of us don't want to do that. We want to believe that everybody tells the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth all the time. And so then we start pushing away our awareness, or we try blocking it out, or we do all these sorts of crazy things. When really, what if we're just willing to know that we know? Yeah, one of my favorite questions when I'm in that space of maybe I'd almost use the words of "I don't know" is, "What do I know here? If I did know something here, what do I know?" Because we do know. We honestly do know, guys. So I just wanted to hop on and share that and really, really put into your possibilities of maybe energy is your first language, and maybe if you started to acknowledge it, it might start creating the magic you're asking for. Yeah. Yeah. And I've been playing with something I call energetic exercises for probably 20 years. Probably since I started my business really. Once I started playing with energy, which was March of 2002, and I started my business in September 2002. Um, that's when I really started. Believe me, I was not where I am now. I started getting energy. I started being willing to perceive it and receive it and put words to it for myself, and then of course through sessions and all of that I put words to it for other people, and all of the things I've done over all the years. And so something I've been doing a lot lately is called energetic exercises. And I did a free group in Telegram. The link is above or below. If you can't see it, reach out, I'll get it to you. And so there's 3 different energetic exercises in there on how to create magic with the business. They're phenomenal. I know, I'm tooting my own horn here, but they are phenomenal. I've had many people say you should have charged for these. They are that good. Yes. And then that um, gave birth to a totally new creation, which is where I'm working one to one with people and creating their own energetic exercises. Now, the link is again above or below wherever. Right now, it looks like it's for business only. However, I've had some people reach out and said, "Can you do this on my body with me? And can you do this on my money flows with me?" So we're in the mix of changing it up, but just know I can do it on anything you would like, and you walk away with your own energetic exercise personalized to what you would like, so you can listen over and over and really start utilizing energy as your first language to change things. That's how we change things. We are energy and space and consciousness. So yes, there is action to take, of course, and we can actually be the energy of things and shift and change them really quickly as if by magic. So I also have online and in-person business done different. We've changed the dates from the beginning of August to the 23rd, 24th, 25th of August. Come and play. And then online foundation, we have August 29th to September 2nd, so 4 hours a day for 5 days. And on August 28th, I've got a bars class here at the Acreage near Edmonton, Alberta. So any questions or anything as you're watching this, guys, I would love to hear from you. And I wonder what magic you can create today by acknowledging the energy that you perceive and receive and you be. And you know. Yeah. Awesome. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And I look forward to seeing you and maybe even hugging you somewhere soon on this beautiful planet.